What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, back here for another predicted lineup for the massive North London derby on Sunday, 4:30 against West Ham. These predicted lineup videos are getting a bit the same at the moment, but what's not the same is that we got the Irish Hotspur in the studio. So big up, Dave. Big game this weekend, isn't it?
It's absolutely huge. Look, the whole of top four rests on this, in my opinion. And plus, it's a derby. I mean, nobody wants to lose to your rivals, you know. We've had a bad season in that regard, so for me, it's time to put things right, you know, and have a good end to this campaign. It's been a long one. Let's put a good ending on it for Spurs fans. We need it.
Have we won a London derby yet?
Yeah, we beat Palace earlier on the season, didn't we?
That's the only one.
And Brentford.
All right. Does that count? Just about count. All right. We'll take it.
We West Ham in the Carabao Cup as well. But look, Antonio Conte has done his press conference. He's been sticking the nail into Arteta, which everyone loves to see. But the team news is out. And what is it, Sim?
So, bad news on Ryan Sessegnon. He's going to be out for a further 4 weeks, apparently, due to a hamstring injury. So, a lot of pressure now going to be on Sergio Reguilon for the next month or so as the fixtures pile up. Jafford Tanganga is going to be missing for the rest of the season after he needs a surgery on his right knee. So he's going to be a big miss from now to the end of the season. And Ollie Skip, though, more positive news. He hopes to have Ollie Skip fit and ready for after the international break. He says we'll assess things after the international break to see if he's going to be available for the Newcastle game. But he says the pain seems to be now going away for the first time. So positive.
So the medical staff got back to him at long
finally.
last,
yeah, finally. A lot of answer machine messages they probably had to answer.
Well, let's get into the predicted lineup, and I'm sure you can guess most of it. It's going to be a 3-4-3 formation, and in goal, as always, Hugo Lloris, and he's going to have his wits about him, isn't he, this weekend against an aerial threat that West Ham pose.
Yeah, look, for me, I think he's going to have to come out from corner kicks where he can and try and help out that back line from every set piece, to be honest with you. Yeah, we need a big game from him this weekend, a massive game.
Definitely. Yeah.
All right, so Hugo Lloris in goal, right wing back. Are we going to the right wing back first? Yeah, right wing back. We're going to stick with Dave's very own Matt Doherty.
How do you say it, Doherty? Doing the true Irish accent.
Doherty.
Doherty, there you go.
Yeah,
Doherty.
Now everyone in the comments can stop saying, "Oh, you're not pronouncing Doherty right." Yeah, exactly. Now we've got it spot on. Yeah, but look, he's having a resurgence of late, hasn't he? And maybe hasn't kept up the standards he got against Leeds and Everton, but he's still performing a lot better than he was before, isn't he?
Look, it's a step up. It's a step up. I mean, going forward, I think he's been brilliant. He definitely contributes in that regard, and I think he's built up a very good understanding with Kulu. Still defensively, I still have questions.
Yeah, you confident about him this weekend, though? Maybe that he'll be all right?
Yeah, I would be. I'd be very, very confident with that, to be honest with you.
All right,
and let's move on to the right of the back three, and we're going to look at Cuti Romero, and apparently Conte's been laying into Romero. In the press conference,
he said that Romero needs to work on concentrating on every aspect of the game, and sometimes I can't say it in the nicest way and I have to shout at him, but he understands I'm doing what's best for the team. And he's also alluded to the fact that he's actually not so happy with his yellow card count. He says sometimes he gets yellow cards that he doesn't need to get, and he needs to work on that. So maybe that's something for obviously Romero to improve. But he said, look, Romero is such an important member of our team and he's so important to how we play, but he just has these things he needs to improve on.
All right, so you got Romero on the right, and you know what, that yellow card he got, was it not in the last game, the game before that? I can't remember. Was it against Everton?
Yeah, when he just wipes out Richarlison.
He wipes out Richarlison for no reason at all, pretty much.
Yeah,
I think those are the moments where what he's alluding to. But Romero on the right, in the middle, we're going to go for Eric Dyer, and talking about West Ham's aerial presence, how important is Dyer going to be this weekend?
Yeah, he's going to be absolutely crucial. I mean, to be fair to Guy, he was actually brilliant against Brighton up in the air, even after taking his knock and looking like Terry Butcher for the rest of the game. So for me, I think he just needs to continue that ongoing into this game. I think he's going to be absolutely crucial back there, but also to keep Romero, to keep Davies, I think, who probably play beside him, keep them in check, keep that line, keep them focused.
Spoilers, Dave.
Well, Dyer, Conte's been talking about Dyer as well. Again, he said he's at the moment playing. He's one of the best defenders in the league. The way he's playing, he claims, and he says
he still can't get in the England squad.
He said he's disappointed that he's not in the England squad, but he says if he keeps playing like he is, he'll be going to Qatar.
I think so as well. And then obviously to make up that back three is going to be Ben Davies. What are you guys thinking on Ben Davies?
Yeah, he worries me a bit up against Antonio. He's the one, probably Antonio will think I can physically dominate this guy and I can beat him in the air and stuff. But I think the role Davis plays in the team is very vital. And I think he's actually performing at a very good level on a consistent basis now. And I think on the ball as well, he's quite good at progressing the play when he's given time and space. So, yeah, I think he has to play. But, yeah, I'm worried a bit him up against Antonio if he does get that opportunity.
I think, look, if West Ham do sit deep, I think that's one player that can actually venture forward like he was doing in the early days of Antonio Conte and break the lines and give that extra option going forward. But defensively, I worry in terms of how he's going to cope aerially, to be honest with you.
And then to make up that back five on the left for wing-back, seeing as Sessegnon is out, it's obviously going to be Sergio Reguilon. And how do you think he's got on since coming back into the side?
Here you go.
For me, look, I actually really like Reguilon. I think he has improved defensively from last year, and I think this year, the biggest benefit is him going forward. I think you look at Harry Kane. How many times have we seen that run of Reguilon and Harry Kane playing him through? We've seen it the other night against Brighton, but it's been a current
twice.
Comment. Yeah, and it's been a common occurrence all season long when this guy has played. So for me, I think we need to have a big game from him. He needs to switch on going forward for this game, because if we do get chances, it could end up falling to him, and he's going to have to be better in them areas.
As I've said, I think in the attack, I think he's the best wing back we have at getting into those attacking areas. He gets there the most frequently. Maybe doesn't have the best quality out of all our wing backs, but I think he gets there the most. And hopefully, if he improves his quality, the goal outputs will keep coming up. Because recently he got an assist at Old Trafford, a goal against Everton. So hopefully he can continue that against West Ham.
You say he doesn't have the best quality in those areas as our fullbacks. Who does?
Maybe Doherty could argue. Yeah, I don't know. He's better than Emerson. I have a feeling maybe Sessegnon might be a bit better when he gets there than Reguilon, but I think Reguilon gets there more often.
Yeah.
And I think Doherty, I think you could argue Doherty might be the best in the final third.
All right, let's run through that back line with you one more time. So it's Hugo Lloris in goal, Matt Doherty at right wing back, Sergio Reguilon at left wing back, a back three of Romero, Dyer and Davis. Moving on to the midfield, and the first player we're going to talk about is Rodrigo Bentancur, a player, against Manchester United, didn't have the best of games, but responded perfectly, didn't he, against Brighton?
Yeah, I thought he was perfect in the second half, and I thought his confidence grew massively, and he's going to need that confidence going into this game, because Rice and Souček are two very tough midfielders, especially Declan Rice, the way he's playing at the moment, with his dribbling ability, and it's not just about him destroying now Declan Rice. On the ball, he's become a fantastic player.
Yeah.
So he's that we're going to have to make sure that when he's being restricted as much as possible. But Bentancur, we've seen him charge forward and have the quality as well to play forward passes and through balls. So we're going to need that quality in this game if we're going to get a win.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree with you with Bentancur when it comes to his passing. I think he's going to be absolutely crucial to be able to play us through the different phases of the game, up the field, from defence, midfield, up to the front line. But look, one thing we can't afford from this guy is to be caught on the ball like he was by Paul Pogba a couple of times against Manchester United and stuff like that. He just needs to be more aware of where he is on the ball and how much time he has. But he's going to be crucial this weekend.
Yeah, and another player who's going to be crucial is his midfield partner, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. And I think since that Southampton game where he was terrible, I really think he stepped it up a notch this season. And I think he's been brilliant, actually, the last 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, maybe he needed that break, or was only one game, but I think it's more likely he's next to Bentancur now, and they've looked a lot better when they've started together. There's a lot. The partnership is building, and they look very solid together. They kind of both can cover a lot of ground, and both are very defensively solid. So he's not kind of doing work for two midfielders all of a sudden.
And they complement each other, don't they?
Definitely, and especially, I think. They're both actually fairly decent box-to-box midfielders. When Bentancur goes forward, Højbjerg can cover that space, and when Højbjerg goes forward, Bentancur can do the same. You can't really say the same when Winks is there. So I think it definitely helps a lot.
Yeah, Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, for me, look, with this guy, I think his biggest criticism from a lot of fans this season was how he was on the ball. Is he good enough on the ball? Now, he's answered that of late, and I think he's been absolutely brilliant on the ball. That's why I've been giving him the name. But he has to continue that against West Ham. If he gets sloppy on the ball against West Ham, it could make for a very long afternoon. So when he does get the ball, he has to look after it. Look, I'm not worried about him doing any of the running, tackling. I know he's going to do that. That's a given. I just be worried about how good he is on the ball.
And, with the return of Skip, apparently after the international break, before Højbjerg went on this run, everyone was like, oh, maybe Bentancur and Skip are going to be our best midfield pairing. Now it's very hard to call, isn't it?
Look, I've always thought that Bentancur and Højbjerg would be our best pairing, to be honest with you. Look, I think Skip is a great option. I think he's a good midfielder. But with Skip coming back, what he does do is when we do have the 2 games or 3 games a week, you can put him in some of them midweek games. You have the option to take out Højbjerg and give Højbjerg a rest. And what happens then is you get the very best from 2 of them. 2 of them are hopefully will be fully fit, and then you're just maximising the 2 of them. I don't think it has to be. I don't think Skip, is ready to start yet, week in, week out beside Bentancur, I think. But what he can do is he can come back from injury. When he does get the games over Højbjerg, he can definitely put his name down for it.
Interesting. All right. So that's a middle 2 of Højbjerg and Bentancur. The right-sided number 10, we're going to look at Dejan Kulusevski, who's been, got to say, a revelation since coming here, to be fair.
Yeah, he's had a brilliant start to life for Tottenham, and especially if West Ham are going to sit back and are going to soak up pressure, he's going to be our most likely avenue for some creativity and picking the lock. So he's going to be vital. I think his dribbling style as well could definitely cause West Ham some problems, and he's really got a fantastic eye for a pass. Our final third output has improved drastically since he's come to the team, that's for sure. Like, we were getting 4s and 5s, we're not doing that beforehand, so he's made a real big impact.
And just speaking of the impact, I mean, well, since he's come in before that, if we take ourselves before the big ginger from Sweden came in, we were ridiculing Emerson. We weren't really questioning Lucas's end product. We were letting him away with it because he worked hard. But like we've also all spoke about, we need something down that right-hand side. And this guy has done it since he's come in. He's come in, he's proven he can give us goals and assists on a more regular basis than what Lucas Moura can. And so for me, I think that impact is an unbelievable impact to have. And I think kind of what it does show us is that, yes, someone like Lucas Moura can work hard, but we should never settle for someone working hard.
Yeah. Agreed.
That should be the bare minimum.
That should be the given. Should be the bare minimum. I completely agree with that. Kulusevski on the right, up top, the main man, Harry Kane. Take it away, Dave.
Yeah, Harry Kane, King of the Lane, best number 10 in world football. Look, this guy does it all. He passes, he shoots, he scores. I mean, what more? For me, I think he's going to have it's going to be a difficult afternoon. West Ham will look to close him down very quickly. Whether it's him dropping deep and getting on the ball, or whether it's him holding up the ball, they will have to get in around him quickly and close him down, because the guy is an absolute menace. Yeah. Dennis the Menace. That's what I should be calling you, Big Hitch. I love you. But look, for me, it's crucial that he turns up today. I don't want to see that performance that he put against United, lads. I was very, very disappointed with it. What I want to see is that performance from Brighton. Playing people through, getting on the end of things, cool, calm and collective in front of goals when it really matters. And for me, I think the result hinges on how this guy plays at the weekend.
Yeah, and I think Zuma is gonna be the one where he's gonna try and shackle Kane as much as possible, because I think he's the one who physically knows he can dominate Kane, whereas Craig Dawson, it might be a bit more of an even match between him and Kane, and I think Kane might try to stick to him. But as long as Kane can wriggle away from those situations, can retain the ball as well as he has been doing in recent weeks, and the quality is there for all to see. I think I read a quote from Berbatov recently. Berbatov was saying, he goes, "Oh my God, when I see Kane passing, I think I'm watching De Bruyne. I can't believe what I'm watching." And I think that's absolutely spot on. And I think that he needs to be on top of his game. And he's got a great record in London derbies, especially against West Ham. So I've got no worries that he'll turn up in this game.
Yeah.
Dave, what are the chances of you cable tying yourself to the post until Harry Kane gives you a strand of his hair?
Do you know what, lad? Do you know what?
Are the bowl cards big enough to get Dave out of that situation? I don't know.
If someone's willing to pay whatever fine I get, no problem at all. I'm willing to do it. Look, for me, I think that should be reserved for Daigle. To be honest with you, for the leave you out, I think there'd be no better statement than to do that. But look, if Harry Kane doesn't send me one soon, I am going to have to resort to drastic measures. I will have to do it. I'm sorry, I will have to do it. All I want is one strand of hair.
It's not too much to ask, is it?
Just right on your belly, like Kane, strand of hair.
He knows I want one. He already knows. I message him every single day on social media.
And to make up that final 11 on the left is obviously going to be Heung-min Son. What are you guys thinking of Heung-min Son at the moment? He's not going through the best of moments, is he?
Yeah, I mean, his past couple of games especially, his form hasn't been great, but he's the one who makes the difference, and he commands attention. And with him on the pitch, you just know that spaces will be opened up somewhere because they can't afford to ignore him. So I think he has to start, and Conte says we'll be mad to drop him.
Yeah, completely agree there. So that makes up our 11. Let's run through it with you guys one more time. So it's Hugo Lloris in goal, a back three of Romero, Dyer and Davis, Reguilon on the left, Doherty on the right, a midfield two of Højbjerg and Bentancur, with Son and Kulusevski supporting Harry Kane. What are our score predictions, people?
I've just gone for 2-0. I'm just hoping West Ham have a bit of a hangover from Thursday night. I'm hoping we're well up for it as well now, and the crowd is going. And if all that happens and we show our quality, we'll win the game. But if we let West Ham settle in, we concede too many set pieces, and if their adrenaline is taking them through, then it can be more difficult. I'm just banking on the former rather than the latter.
Do you know what? I also said 2-0, lads, on Good Morning Tottenham, but it's getting closer to the game. The delusion is ramping up. I'm going to change it to 3-0.
It's only an hour. Come on.
I know, honestly. But I'm going to change it. I am going to go 3-0. Do you know why? And I'm going to tell you why. Is because with Conte asking for the crowd to really make it a cauldron this Sunday, I think Conte might actually instruct this Tottenham team to go at that West Ham team nice and early and try and nick one. I think if we nick one early, I think we could definitely put a few by the bubble merchants, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think West Ham will get a goal from a set piece from somewhere, but I think Spurs, we're scoring a lot of goals at the moment, and we're looking good going forward. So hopefully we can get an early goal and make West Ham do all the running, and that should play into their tired legs after that long taxing last 16 that they had against Sevilla, going all the way to extra time. So I'm hoping for a win. I'm hoping for 3 points, and I'm expecting 3 points as well. So everyone, put your score predictions in the comment section below. Let me know your predicted lineups as well in the comment section below. Like, subscribe and comment, and as always, come on you Spurs.